What's going on, fam? This is Jay Cameron inviting you to join us in Ethiopia next March 2025. And this is going to be an iconic trip that you don't want to miss, a trip of a lifetime. We're going to be visiting Addis Ababa, Gondor, Lalibela. You'll have a chance to taste the amazing Ethiopian food. You'll also have a chance to visit the Rastafarian community. You'll get the history, you'll get the fashion, you have an opportunity to shop. It's going to be a trip, an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you sign up to join us in Ethiopia, March 2025.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm kind of playing with something, so just give me a second. I'm here. Boom. I'm here. All right. It is, we got to get our hand clap. I was waiting on something to get done behind the scenes, but we got it done. So thank y'all for being a little patient. I know some people don't have much patience, but you need to learn some patience sometime. Patience is a virtue, especially in what I do. Lord, it is a virtue. All right, so it's Monday, July 29th, 2024, and we're going to talk about your favorite Vice President, Kamala Harris. We're going to talk about her tonight because I know y'all come here to hear about her, right? And with that being said, I was having a short conversation before we get started with the devotional. Short conversation with a particular sister, and we was talking about family in the Black community. And I was buying some groceries. I said, my grandmother was here. She'll see this and that and the third. And she said, boy, just like my grandmother. And she was saying, you remember like when all the old people, like when they passed away, it's like everybody just scattered. I said, yeah. I said, that happened in my family too. I said, we have some of our family members that's like together, but it was still not like it was when the grandmas and grandpas was alive. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to kind of mention that on the show tonight because I'm hearing this from a lot of Black people about it was something with them old people. They knew how to keep that family together. They were the glue. And it's like when the glue left the earth, everybody scattered like they would say, like roaches with the lights turned on. Everybody went their own separate way or whatever. And so if you got family members that you can get along with and maybe keep up with, because, do that because, family is important. It is still important. Because of our lack of family structure, sometimes people say things about us as a community. We're not feral. We're human beings, but we need to get back to having family. And people like Vice President Kamala Harris and those who vote blue no matter who, those are part of that cult, they don't believe in the traditional family. They don't believe in that. So we here for it. If you believe in the traditional family, you're an extremist. Or you voting for Trump if you believe in the traditional family. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me let's go ahead and cue up this let me see. Hold on. What are gonna cue up? Let's start off the week with our brother, and then we will get started. So let's cue our brother up.
I'm just telling you. I'm going to let you talk.
Who you talking to? You gonna let? The voters let me. I got voted in. Who you talking to? You gonna let me? I got seconds left.
I want you to know.
Ain't she crazy? How many seconds? Why you? I'm counting your time. Miss Gallo, talking so much.
You are
Do I have the floor? Do I?
Yes,
Do
you
I?
do.
Thank you very much.
What a fool.
We have got to help the city of Flint. We have got to move the city forward. We have got to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Ms. Herkenroder, you the reason that I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote, because you tried to put words in my mouth like I said you was a racist. You got to stop doing that. You've got to stop doing that.
Ms. Fields, please be very careful in that area. Please.
All
Be
I
very
said,
careful.
there was mediation and
You
there were
told
people in rooms.
details
That's
of
not
who in what
confidential.
room and how many
But
and
I am
what.
going to finish saying this.
Well, go ahead.
That's fine. Do you?
It shouldn't be fine. We got folks sitting in business,
I'm the
and
chairperson.
I wouldn't care if you was the chair, the sofa, the TV. So you might want a dialogue.
I don't give a.
You don't give a what?
That's what he's
Councilman
trying to do.
So you dialoguing?
We don't, there's no dialogue.
It is some dialogue.
There
You
should
gave
be dialogue.
me some
Point of
dialogue.
order. Councilwoman Worthy, what is your point of order?
Second.
No, I'm not.
You ain't?
I'm not.
You must.
This is a joke.
Stop this abuse.
I'm going to give
It
you
is
a
abuse.
point of order. Personal attacks is out of order. Now, you want to make a personal attack on me, I'm going to tell you something. I'm tired of Ms. Fields calling me racist. I'm tired of you calling me personal names as it relates to women. I'm tired of it. It's wrong. You're out of order. But you keep doing it. Because when I start blasting your butt like I'm doing, everybody already know it's coming from y'all. But don't get beside yourself, Mr. Chairman. If he gonna holler tell me to shut up, you better give him his warning.
I gave you yours.
Give him his. If you
I
gonna
gave him
discriminate,
yours.
you gonna let the white
gave
man
him-
running for mayor
I
holler
don't wanna
across
hear
and
that.
tell this black
I
man
don't
to
wanna
shut
hear
up.
that. I don't want to hear
So when he get loud, I'm gonna get louder. When they go low, I go lower.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our dearly departed brother, Eric Mays. So definitely shout out to him. All right, so let's go ahead on and get to your ski-wee sister girl, Kamala Harris. So Kamala Harris had went to the Grand Boule Convention. Yes, the Grand Boule. Look, not just Boule, the Grand Boule. Okay, y'all can't get no more Boule than that. It becomes the Grand Boule. And at the Grand Boule Convention, Vice President Harris was starting to give some promises at the Grand Boule Convention. Now, I know that the rank and file black woman was not invited to the Grand Boule Convention, and you wonder why we speak about the Boule. And you wonder why a lot of us feel that the Boule is the enemy of black America. Because the Boule is not looking out for black America. The Boule is looking out for themselves. The Boule is tied in with the Democrat Party. The Boule is only wanting things for their group. When it comes to Joe Biden and talking about forgiving student loan debt, the Boule benefits the most off of that because they have a lot of student loan debt. But the rank and file black American don't benefit from a student loan debt anything, right? Because most black Americans don't have college debt. Let's call it what it is. I did research on that. But we want to, play what your vice president has to say, and just ask a question: is reproductive justice, or AKA abortion, AKA unaliving children in the womb, is that a concern for you in the 2024 election? Is it? Well, let's go ahead and play this clip, and let's get to it. Hold on, let me pull up this. Where are we at? There we go. All right, this your vice president right here. Hold on, let's hear what she has to say.
We who believe that every person in our nation should be free from bigotry, discrimination, and hate will continue to fight for equality and justice for all. And we who believe in reproductive freedom will fight for a woman's right to choose, because one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government should not be telling her what to do. You know, when he was president, Donald Trump, former president, handpicked 3 members of the United States Supreme Court because he intended for them to overturn Roe v. Wade. The United States Supreme Court, previously the court of Thurgood and RBG. And as he intended, they did. Well, let me tell you something. When I am president of the United States, and when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law.
So you mean to tell me that
Before I get to this, I just want to replay what she said. Don't just focus on what Vice President Kamala Harris is saying. I want you to focus on what she said, and I want you to focus on the cheering. Just listen.
And as he intended, they did. Well, let me tell you something. When I am president of the United States, and when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law. Well, let me tell you something. When I am president of the United States, and when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're cheering because that Kamala will give them complete freedom, no barriers for them to unalive children in the womb. They're not cheering for reparations. They're not cheering for an anti-black hate crime bill. They're not cheering for anything that's positive for Black America. They're cheering to unalive children in the womb. Let's play this again, because this is the vile wickedness that's in Black America.
Of the United States. And when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law.
Yeah, this is what they're doing at the Boule convention. This is what they're cheering for. I just want y'all to pay attention to that. They're cheering for this. That sounds like they're at a sporting event. Isn't that sad? Look how much people have fallen. Y'all got to hear it. You got to set in your system. Hold on.
And when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law. And when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law.
But you want to say, those of you who keep telling me about Project 2025, yeah, I'm supposed to go vote for this right here. I'm supposed to go vote, and this is nothing. Don't this sound like the Roman Colosseum? Let's listen to this again.
And when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law.
Yeah, that sounds like the Roman Colosseum. They know what they want. They know exactly is bloodthirsty, and they're cheering for it. And you wonder why some of our people don't get nowhere. Let's continue.
So you mean to tell me that the possible first Black female president, her primary message, her platform is to promote the very thing that was meant to wipe out our race? That's what she's running on? Like, this is a joke. It's a joke. And then on top of that, y'all want to if y'all want to try to intimidate me and manipulate me into voting for her just because we are both black and we're both women. Let me tell you something. Identity is a foolish reason to vote for someone. And it's insulting for someone to insist that I make a political decision, regardless if it goes against my belief, regardless if it goes against my stance, my firmly held belief, just because they look like me.
All right. So this one person is so funny what this one person just said. So how many of y'all watch this platform? Like watch it all the time? Let's go on, because this person may not be used to this platform here. So let me go to I'm gonna show you something on the screen here. So this one person made a comment, said that this platform can be biased toward black women. Okay, this platform can be biased toward black women. But on the screen, there's a bunch of black women there. So if I'm so biased toward black women, how is it there's so many black women on that screen? And there's other black women that you don't see that's not on that screen, and other black men you don't see that's behind the scenes that's not on that screen too. So you can't use the black women argument with me, because there's a bunch of black women here, African women here. So all kind of women of different, definitely in the diaspora here. So that lie doesn't work too well here, okay? Just wanted to show you that before we get that. No. I'm going to hold you accountable. And there was another black woman that's trying to hold you accountable. You see, some of you out here, you feel that, especially if it's a black American man or some man, period, trying to tell you about the error of your ways, that he's wrong, and you trying to flip that into not liking you. But I ain't the guy, because a bunch of women on the platform, right? And even those women that's on the platform would not support, not because I told them not to, but would not support what Kamala has going on and what she's saying. Does Sonya Massey, do she need justice or reproductive justice? What does she need? Huh? You more cheering about getting rid of your children in the womb. That's what you're cheering about. But you're not cheering about an anti-black hate crime bill that Sonya Massey needed, and Rakia Boyd needed, and Corin Gaines needed, and Sandra Bland needed, the anti-black hate crime bill. You're not talking and cheering for that. You're cheering for getting rid of our population. Then you want to complain about migrants and all these people coming into this country outpopulating you. Well, one thing they're not out there doing, do you see the East Indians at a meeting with Kamala sitting up here cheering and wanting to get rid of East Indian children? Do you see that? Do you see Hispanics at a meeting like a LULAC or something like that? Or the Council of La Raza or whatever? Do you see them inviting her to be getting rid of Hispanic children? No. What about Asians? Do you see them inviting her to a meeting that's for them, and them got them on camera cheering to get rid of Asian children? No. But when it comes to these sororities, that's what you're cheering for. You're not cheering for reparations in the form of cash payments. You're not cheering for that. So if being biased toward black women is correcting you, then I guess that's what it is. Being a person that's going to promote the traditional family, if that's wrong, it is what it is. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to vote for Trump when you want to promote the traditional family. Well, Trump is promoting the traditional family. It is what it is. I agree with Trump. We won't have no numbers in this country when you're up here cheering that. And then a lot of you talk about God and go to church. And what's in the 10 Commandments? Old school 10 Commandments. Simple 10 Commandments. You violating the 10 Commandments. But the same ones that's cheering going to some pastor's church. How you going to go to church talking about God one day, then go over here with Kamala over here cheering that the next? How? Like the old people say, you going to bust hell wide open. Then you wonder, and this is not every single Black American woman or woman, period. Like that sister in that video. I purposely find content with women because if a man say it to you, he wrong. So let another Black woman say it to you. Oh, but something's wrong with those Black women if they say it to you too. When those Black women tell you they pick me's, they're MAGA, they're right wingers. So anybody who's trying to say something right, you're crediting traditional family to Trump. You're crediting common sense to Trump and MAGA. This is what you're doing. And this is why I have said on our podcast that the Vote Blue No Matter Who cult is real. They are real. They are literally a cult. And think about it, if you God himself sitting up in heaven, looking down and listening and knowing the intent of the heart of those who cheering that. Could you imagine? See, I couldn't be God. Oh, I'm thank God I'm not him. He got a patience that I don't have. Because that is wickedness. And even statistics show only 2% of those who go through that procedure is because of incest and violation and all of that. 2%. 1% medical necessity. The rest is you using it as a form of birth control. And what the Republicans have done by turning it to the states, do you know it's increasing our numbers by doing that? We got Black people in California right now who's in homeless encampments. Gavin Newsom just signed an executive order to get all y'all out of here, and Black people are the number one people that's homeless in the state of California. They're not saying where they're going to put you. There's no telling where they may put you. They may find a way to incarcerate you, to get you off the street. But we're not focusing our attention and asking Kamala Harris about our homeless population. We're not asking about the school to prison pipeline. We're not talking about reparations. We're not talking about the race soldiers and how they have brought harm to Black women and men and children. No. The only thing she could promise is you vote for me and I'll make sure Black people, Black women in particular, I'll make sure that you can go freely and get rid of your children. But I'm going to open up the floodgates on the southern border, and I'm going to let in everybody and their mama and daddy and their kids through that border. All their kids I'm going to let in, but I'm going to tell you to get rid of yours. But I'm going to sit up here and paper them up. I'm going to give them houses and resources and debit cards and job training to take care of their children. But I'm not going to do that for you. I'm just going to make sure you can get rid of yours. What kind of crap is that? If you're going to stand on reproductive justice, stand on it. When them migrants come across over there with their kids Hey, where's the Planned Parenthood satellite locations on the border when they're coming across here pregnant? Where's this reproductive justice at? You got nothing to say about reproductive justice when everybody else come across that border, only bringing it to black American women. But y'all know I'm wrong. I'm biased though against black women. I'm biased. Well, why wouldn't I be? Who am I supposed to be talking for? Well, white women, East Indian women, Chinese women, Arab women. Who else am I supposed to be talking for? Yes, I'm biased for my community. Of course I am. That's true. I am. It's not bias. It's just you pro your community. That's it. But y'all can explain to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know everything, ladies and gentlemen. I could be completely wrong. Explain to me how it's good for black American women to get reproductive justice, but women of other communities, they actually get resources. They're getting in Chicago secret job fairs. That's what their people are getting. You're not getting secret job fairs. They're getting that. They're coming to the country that you built, getting resources and telling you lazy. Remember? Oh, I'm sorry. You forgot. Hold on. You forgot. Let me go ahead and remind you real quick. You forgot. I'm sorry. You know, some of y'all may be new. Let me go ahead and cue this up.
No more money for you. You working. No more money for you. Bye-bye. Go back across the board. No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
Yeah, his kids are ready to get money, but he got the audacity to say to a black American woman who none of the Boule came to defend, no money for you. And the reason why he feel that way is because the Democrat Party, aka Vice President Kamala Harris in the game, Mayor Brandon Johnson, Governor J.B. Pritzker out there in Illinois, that's a Democrat state. They papered him up. That's why he's so arrogant. And instead of fighting for our resources for our black people in Chicago, no, you sitting up here at the Grand Boule cheering to get rid of our children. Well, you know what? Everything is a numbers game. Everything in life. The more numbers you have, the better off you'll be. The less numbers you have, you're in trouble. Why do you think the folks is trying to even stop that from happening? Not because they care about us, because they don't. Us having more children because they made it difficult to get is an unintended benefit. They're really trying to stop their women from doing this because they constantly seeing their numbers dropping. That was done to save their women, not ours. But if the folks are concerned about their numbers, the folks are worried. They're petrified. That should make you say, you know what? Okay, now is our time. Man, let's get some marriages going and let's go on and have about 5, 6, 7 of these children. Let's go ahead and have it. This is our time now. Our time to shine. You don't sit up here and assist the racist getting rid of your children. Margaret Sanger would be so happy if she was in that room. She would be so happy hearing that. Well, she intended, they are cheering for it. Margaret Sanger did that to get rid of our population. Everyone knows that. Then you wonder why a lot of black people don't want to deal with y'all uppity behind sorority people. And I'm not saying all y'all in the sorority are uppity. I'm not saying that. I've met some great sisters in sororities that's been very kind, supportive, and not like that. Just like I had the brother come on the show from a fraternity. He said, man, it ain't all us like that in these fraternities, man. He said, we got a certain faction in this fraternity that's, sold out and all of that. And it's like young versus old. Okay, I respect that. I'll take what the brother said. Well, we just need more of the brothers that's in the fraternities that's out here trying to stand on business for black people. They need to speak out more. The sisters that's in the sororities that's out here trying to speak up and fight for black people, they need to speak up a lot more. That's all. Because you're allowing those that is y'all leadership to speak for you, and you feel like you're being demonized for something you're not doing. Speak out. Speak out. That's it. But this lady has not promised us anything. Now, I've been doing this on our podcast. Let's go to KamalaHarris.com. Every presidential candidate promised you something, right? Listen, you saying you black adjacent and a woman could only get you so far. And it's over and done with. The news cycle so fast now, it's over and done with. Let's go to her website. So you just won't hear me talk. Let me pull her website up. Okay. Let's get that website on the screen. Just so you can see her website. If you've never been, it's KamalaHarris.com. Here we go. All right, boom. KamalaHarris.com. That's it. That's where we at. Okay. Perfect. Now, if you look at her website, it is, you see the money here, right? You could donate. If you click here, it's called Take Action. You can clearly see she wants you to sign up, give your number, what state, that you're in. And then you can attend the event, host an event, share key messaging on social media, create content. See, look at that. Share key messaging on social media and create content. Now you know all these shields come from. Reach out to people I know, knock on doors in my community, make calls to supporters and voters. Okay? Now let's go back here. We'll click this one. Now she's running for president, ladies and gentlemen, and this all is on her website. Harris for president, she's selling all her merch. Okay, cool. She's selling merch. Fine. Down here, you can chip in some money. Got the victory fund, all that. All right, perfect, y'all. Perfect. We just want to see what she got going on. But we don't see anything with policies. We see no policies. Now, and I did this other night too, but let's go to Donald Trump's website. Now, this is Donald Trump, DonaldTrump.com. Agenda 47. He has on here what his policies are. 1, seal the border and stop the migrant invasion. 2, carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. 3, end inflation and make America affordable again. 4, make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far, which that's something I agree with coming from an energy background, because the more domestic production that we do here in the United States, the lower our gas prices. 5, stop outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. That will be good because it can put a lot of people to work. Large tax cuts for workers and no taxes on tips, which our servers would love that right there, and they deserve it. They're talking about defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. I'm reading through this because some people, because MSNBC is not going to read this to you. I already know. Prevent World War III, restore peace in Europe and in the Middle East, and to build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over our entire country, all made in America. End the weaponization of government against the American people. Stop the migrant crime epidemic, demolish the foreign drug cartels, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., make them safe, clean, and beautiful again, strengthen and modernize our military, making it without question the strongest and most powerful in the world. Remember, Kamala has nothing. Trump, like him or not, you can pin him on this. Say, hey, on your website, you said you're going to keep the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. How you going to do it? Hey, Trump, you said on your website you're going to fight to protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. You also said you're going to cancel electric vehicle mandate and cut costly and burdensome regulations. How you going to do that, Trump? So you could hold him to what he's saying here. How you going to hold her to anything? She didn't promise you nothing. Oh, except reproductive justice. I'm sorry. Cutting federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, and political content on our children. Keep men out of women's sports. Deport pro-Hamas radicals and make college campuses safe and patriotic again. Securing our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. And unite our country by bringing it to a new and record levels of success. So you can hold him to this. You could pull up on him and ask him that. You can't pull up and ask her about her donations. You can't pull up and ask her anything. You can't. That's what I'm saying. And every day I'm checking this site to see what she's running on. And she's not running on anything. But if I put up a website or another content creator put up a website and just say, give us some money, then y'all want to say that we grifting. But that's okay, I guess. What I'm trying to tell y'all is when people say about what she got going on, what is she running on, what is she doing, people get mad. Though, of course, the vote blue no matter who cult. They get mad. But she's not running on anything. At least Joe Biden, when he was trying to, run for re-election, he had a website that you can at least go look at. People talk about Trump talking about the total immunity. I don't even know how he gonna do that because they already got qualified immunity. Even Eric Holder said the bar was set so high that you have a hard time even prosecuting a lot of those cops because of that qualified immunity. They literally would have to make a new law to get rid of qualified immunity. And the Democrats could have got rid of qualified immunity, but they didn't. Because when Biden got in office, remember, the first 2 years, it was a Democrat majority in the House and Senate. And it wasn't even Republicans that stopping it. It was so-called Democrats like Joe Manchin stopping everything. But like I told y'all the game, they just used him as the bad guy because he was politically safe to be the bad guy. Because if you've been to West Virginia, he wouldn't be threatened by the black vote or anybody vote because West Virginia is a lily white state. You may see a few of us here and there in West Virginia, but we're not plentiful in West Virginia like that. I know. I've been there. These police already got immunity. What are you talking about? He said he gonna give them ultimate immunity. He run off at his doggone mouth. They already got immunity. Do you remember Barack Obama signed that blue alert law? Hold on, y'all forgot about that? Hold on, let's pull that up. Y'all forgot about that? It was Barack Obama? Y'all talking about Trump? No. It was Barack Obama. Let me see. Hold on. Blue alert. Let me pull that up. Pull that up. He signed that. What? He talking about, let me see. Hold on. Where is it at? Obama signs. There we go. Here we go right here. Let me clear this out. So when y'all talk about the police, this your boy Obama. Well, where'd he go? Hold on. This your boy Obama right here. Obama signs blue alert law to protect police. That's Obama did that. What more Trump gonna do that Obama didn't do? You know what I'm saying? We live in the internet age. It's not that hard to figure out what happened. President Barack Obama has signed into law a measure that will require instant nationwide blue alerts to warn about threats to police officers and help track down suspects and carrying them out. The Rafael Ramos and Wenjin Liu National Blue Alert Law of 2015 is named after, two New York City police officers who were killed in ambush last November. You talk about the assailant that did it, yada, yada, yada. They say, all that. They say the law requires the Justice Department to create a notification system relating to alerts on police officers who are missing in line of duty, credible threats to law enforcement. The system modeled after Amber Alert for abducted children and Silver Alert for seniors, missing seniors. Okay? And Obama called the bill the best of a bipartisan support for law enforcement. They say it was so uncontroversial that it passed both the House and Senate by a voice vote. But Obama signed that to protect police. But he didn't sign no anti-black hate crime bill, but he sure signed a bill to protect the police. So now let's bring it back to Trump. What more protection Trump gonna give him that Obama gave him, and they already have qualified immunity? What more protection they're gonna get? If you think about it. It's not hard to do. Look, some of y'all thinking, oh my God, I didn't know. It's not hard to pull things up, ladies and gentlemen. Just look it up. The Democrats have always done things to you talking about the police is an issue and problem. They always done things to harm us, the Democrats. The 1994 crime bill, who was it? It was them, the Democrat Party. It wasn't even the Republican Party. With Bill Clinton, and the Congressional Black Caucus backed it up. Every time you find something going on that harms black people, Democrats will be right there. They sign it into law every time. The way y'all so allegiant to Democrats, you would think the Republicans did the 1994 crime bill. You would think, what's his name? Mitch McConnell's the one that came up with it. You'd have thought George H. Bush, not W, but the daddy, you'd have thought he the one came up with and signed the crime bill in the law. Not Bill Clinton. You had George W. Bush in office. He ain't signed no laws I can say that harmed us when he was in office, and he was a Republican. Yes, he had the debacle of the Iraq War, sure. The debacle of Katrina, doggone right. But what laws did he even sign? He the one signed Defense in Marriage Act. Well, marriage between one man and one woman, I didn't change that up. And who changed all that up? Obama, Democrats. DACA, Obama did that. He gave protections to immigrants, but he didn't give protections to black Americans. That was Democrats. And shout out to, you say, our so-called Christians in the community are a paradox. Case in point, women say that we need, every vote so that we can get our people elected. However, promotes the deletion of our children, which destroys future voting power for years to come. And the Lord is watching all that. And the Lord is not pleased. He is not pleased. That's why when God judges you and me, he gonna judge us for two things. Everything that we have done in our life, everything that we have said, and things we thought that were wrong. And also sin that we went along with, and sin that we did not condemn when we knew sin was wrong. We'll be judged for that too. We know something is wrong, but I'm not going to say nothing, or whatever. You'll go along with it. You're going to be judged for that sin too, because you knew it was wrong and you went along with it. And shame on a lot of us in our community for going along with sin and unrighteousness. When you know a lot of things that's going on in our community is sin and unrighteous. You know, I'm glad that person said something. Well, I'm so glad they said something. Because, let me go ahead and get them on out of here. Because I told them to call last time and they didn't call. All right. So, and if Republicans are pleased with this broadcast, according to what that person said, if they pleased with the broadcast to promote the traditional family or tell our people to stop committing sin and unrighteousness, okay, I guess so. I don't want to be a part of any kind of party that's going to promote me to commit sin against the Lord. If committing sin against God is what I got to do to be a part of the Vote Blue party, then I'm cool. I don't want to commit sin and unrighteousness knowingly, because you got sins that you know you committing, and then you committing sins that you don't know you committing. And if I got to commit sin and unrighteousness to be part of a party, I don't want to be part of it. You can keep it. I'm good. I don't want it. You know, one thing I respect about the Hebrew Israelites, I give them this. When I see them brothers on the corner, if I see them, I respect them. You know why I respect them? Because at least they out there trying to teach somebody what's right and what's wrong. You may not agree with everything they saying, but a lot of what they say, when I hear them brothers, they not telling people that something that's too far wrong. If they tell you about sin and unrighteousness, they read the Bible to you, I respect them. Because at least the Hebrew Israelites get in the street. When you seen Creflo Dollar in the street? When have you seen him, T.D. Jakes? When have you seen him in the street? Even Christ himself was in the street with the people. He wasn't in the temple. He was always with the people. The Nation of Islam, they be in the street. I got respect for them. Trying to get people to think about some righteousness, man. We be all sitting up here, vote blue no matter who, cult, and you got to do some sin and unrighteousness to be a part of it. Man, no. Keep wickedness away from me, Lord. We have to rebuke wickedness. We have to rebuke Satan. We have to rebuke that and keep that away from our life so we can receive the blessings of the Lord, so we can receive his favor in our life. And we're not going to receive his favor in our life promoting getting rid of life that he's blessed us with. And I would tell any man, if that should be a requirement for you. You go on a date with a woman, you ask her about that topic. You say, hey, do you agree with that? You believe in that? And if she say, yeah, okay, cool. Check, please. What's wrong? No, I'm gonna pay for what we got. I'm not gonna stick you with a bill. What I do? I just don't get down like that, because let's say if you get pregnant and you got this mindset, no, sorry, I'm looking to build a family. Like I say, it's nice meeting you, and you seem cool, but it's just it's my red line. I have certain red lines, and that's one of them. That's a red line. Men, you got to have that red line. Period. Women, ask that man too if he agree with that. If he's cool with that, that should be your red line too. Say, a man that think like that? No. Let me move around. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go. Don't worry about it. You cool, but that's a red line for me. I'm about family building. I'm not about destruction of families. We need families. You got to ask questions on that first date, whether you're a woman or a man. You got to have something. You got to literally have a list in your mind of deal breakers. And you got to make sure to ask every deal breaker question on the first date. well, that's moving too fast. No, it's not. Because you don't want to waste your time or energy or money on somebody that's no. Ask your deal breaker questions that first date. Life is too short to be playing. And you're right. Leslie is right. That needs to be had before intimacy. Matter of fact, you don't need to be intimate. You shouldn't be rushing to be intimate with nobody. That's the problem these days anyway. People rush to jump into bed with people and they got all kind of venereal diseases and everything else. Don't rush into bed with nobody, whether you a man or a woman. Don't rush. You got time. Ask the proper questions. Why are you asking all these questions? Because something I need to know. You asking too much. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, let me go ahead and get the check. Don't be afraid, especially men. Don't be afraid to ask for that check. Like, you asking for a check? Yeah, don't tell me I'm asking too much. I'm trying to get to know you. What you mean I'm asking too much? Same thing with a man. You asking him questions. I don't know. I mean, you just ask me all these questions or this and that. Huh? I said, we supposed to be asking questions to each other. Nah, but you're asking too much. Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and go. Get your purse and say, yeah, it was nice meeting you. But let me go ahead and roll. And also, ladies, when you meet, most of y'all do this, when you meet a man on the first date, don't have him pick you up. Take your own vehicle, because if he's weird or whatever the case may be, or he's crossed the line, you can say, you know what, let me go ahead and go. Let me go ahead and go. And don't tell that man where your house at, you just met him. You meet him somewhere public. Men and women need to be asking questions on these dates. So down the line, when you have a child or anything going on, you won't come up with, well, I don't want to have a kid right now, so I'm going down there to Planned Parenthood. Then now you won't be going through some traumatizing stuff. But you don't believe in that, but she do. Thank you, the Prince of Paraphernalia. That's funny. The Prince of Paraphernalia. That is funny. You say there's a lot of shields in the chat. That's okay. They gonna be here. That's okay. Shout out to the shields. Hold on. You give the shields a hand clap. Shout out to them. They got to do their job. But let me tell the shield something. You're gonna ruin it for your candidate. Let me explain to you why, real quick, before we wrap up. You're gonna ruin it for your candidate because your candidate wouldn't even talk like you. A lot of you are being rude to people. You're using foul language. You're telling people they're MAGA when they're not. You're telling people, well, if you're gonna vote for Trump, just say that. These are things. What is he talking about now? These are things that. Okay, give me a second here. I'll let me wrap up with something. So you're gonna ruin it for your candidate. I'm telling you. You keep telling people they're MAGA. You keep telling people, well, if you're gonna vote for Trump, just say that. And if they're gonna vote for Trump, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? Well, what are you gonna do if they're gonna vote for Trump? Maybe they're asking questions because maybe they want to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris, but you're being so nasty, you're turning them off. Have you ever had a situation when you was curious about something, where to go, or curious about something, and people were so nasty to you about it, like, man, I ain't want to do it now. I'm cool. Maybe if somebody's asking questions, maybe they curious about her. But I know she won't act like a lot of y'all. She won't be cussing people out. She won't be talking nasty to people. I've never seen her do it. If she do something like that in private, I don't know, but I've never seen her do it in public. But appreciate you. Hold on, what did he say? I'm sorry about that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and wrap up. It's about that time. But thank y'all for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. Click that up. Make sure that way it shares. Also, if you are interested in going to the Ethiopia trip, there's only 10 spots left on the Ethiopia trip for March 2025. 10 spots left. Jump on it now. Jump on it now, because that time gonna go so quick, y'all. I'm telling you, that time gonna move. Just like what happened with the South Africa trip. That time flew by real quick. So jump on it, pay your deposit. We'll put the link and everything after the stream. And also download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. We thank you for everybody who has supported us and has continued to support us. Your monthly subscriptions to the app, helps us in times like this and helps us, to expand, to create more programming. We want to definitely in 2025, we want to do a lot of expansion, but only you can help us with that. We don't get big sponsorships, so if we can just hit our goal on the app of 10,000 members, like I said, we can make a lot of programming for y'all. Some stuff y'all been asking us to do, we can actually do it. Because listen, in order to do some of the programming y'all ask us to do, we got to do some travel. We got to buy equipment. We got to pay people. And it's not that we trying to travel with 30 people. No, we're always going to try to run with the most we need, the minimum as possible. But some of the same people that have been working with me for years, that's the ones who do a lot of work for us, right? Even as we grow the teams and stuff like that in South Africa and just doing different shows on the continent and things like that we're working on and certain documentaries we want to get into, telling certain stories, whether here, the continent, the Caribbean, Latin America. It's a lot of story to tell, but it costs funding to do so. CNN and all them operate with millions of dollars. We don't have that. So we definitely got to have the support of the community, and you can do that through the app. That's one way you can do it. And also, you can support us here as well. But definitely the app is more secure for us, with the funding. So thank y'all for listening. And we'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m.